Hi there, my name's Ed, I'm a tea head, and today we have another tea. Today we have a Dansong Oolong. This is from Takuhu village, High Village, and this is a tea from Yunnan sourcing. So as it's Dansong, it comes from the Phoenix Mountains in Guangdong, and it's from an altitude of 1,300 meters, as the village Taku is at 1,300 meters. So let's jump in. Really nice and fruity. Sort of peachy, plummy, bit of citrus. A really nice rounded sweet fruitiness. God, that's so nice. Goodness me. That has a fantastic aroma. So, bit of a pressure thing going on there. Let's rinse this tea. Wow, really fantastic aroma. So we're going for an oolong this time. Haven't done oolong in a while. I'm a big fan of oolong. Oolong is great because it comes in so many different shapes and sizes and different profiles and different experiences, and there's all sorts of different stuff going on with oolong. Obviously, it can go from a light oxidation all the way up to a fairly high oxidation. You can roast oolongs. They can be ball rolled or strip oolongs. You can get all sorts. Let's do a bit of transferring. Let's go in for the wet leaf. So as you saw, those leaves were a really dark green, sort of verging on sort of brown and black. But they've now opened up just a tad to reveal a slightly greener colour there. Not really getting much on the camera. More of the, I'd say, sort of the medium notes coming through. There's a honeyness and sweetness, and more of a green fruitiness than there was before. It's more, I wouldn't say vegetal, but it's greener. It's fresher. A little bit grassy maybe. So first infusion. Trying so desperately to go down the side just to try not to scorch these leaves. The water I'm using is probably a little bit too hot for this tea, to be honest. But it's nice to test your tea sometimes. Give it a bit of a challenge and see what happens. Really fantastic aroma. And just have a look at this liquor. Nice golden crystal. Very a nice light yellow on that liquor. So that green is coming through on the profile. Definitely less fruitiness than there was from the aroma. It's quite green. It's light. A bit tart, quite dry. Pardon me. A little bit fleeting on this first infusion. How do you describe that? Yeah, a bit of slick tartiness, a bit of a tad of astringency, but really just minuscule. That may be coming from the heat of this tea, the heat of this water. And these beautiful leaves are opening up now, fleshing out that green colour. Oolongs, strip oolongs have this wonderful transformation. Well, I guess also ball oolongs do as well, of course. A wonderful transformation after brewing. Second infusion is always a good one for the taster, for the true, getting a true sense of what this tea is like. Green, tad of citrus, tad of astringency. Sort of light. It's light and it's got a little bit of honey. Fruit. What fruit? I think that's sort of very subtle citrus, but nothing, not a citrus that's really aromatic and really perfumey. More sort of the juice, but it's not sour like a tangerine or clementine. It's drying. Is there a floralness, a florality? Is that a word? Florality. Is there a florality to it? Goodness me, that's difficult to say. Florality. Is there? That's the question. Yeah, I'd say there's a slight floral perfumey note, but I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to tell you what sort of flower. I'm not, unfortunately, not a botanist nor a florist. Florist? Goodness me, I'm getting in a muddle with all of my flower-related words. I've got a bit of a throat thing going on today, apparently. Not the best for trying teas. You want open airways for tasting teas to get that true tasting experience. Now we'll just go for this third infusion to round off this tasting. Let's probably go for 6 or 7, maybe more, depending on how you're brewing it. Yeah, really like this tea. So this and this tea comes from it's made by one family in the village from one estate, which is really in my mind sort of what you want from teas. You really want, for me, I just love that narrative of a tea being cultivated, picked, processed, and sold by the same family, picked from the same place. It's a much nicer narrative in my mind than a sort of factory production or there's an interesting butteriness now in the aroma. Baked butteriness. Bit of cream. That's interesting. That's really transformed. Is that gonna help me with the profile? Now there's a bit more buttery baked cream in there. I wouldn't say there's any of the baked butteriness in the profile. Could I say that? It's definitely still on that green, tart, hint of citrus, hint of flower, drying, light, fresh profile there. I would highly recommend trying Dansong, any Dansong really. There's a few sort of heavyweight names in the Dansong repertoire. I might invest in one of the Yunnan sourcing Dansong collections to be able to try, I think it is 5 Dansongs. I haven't had many Dansongs, but those that I have had, I've enjoyed. I tend to like slightly more oxidised oolongs. For some reason I find light oolongs a bit offensive. I don't know why. Which is a bit of a bad thing to say as a tea taster. But anyway, that was Takuhu Village High Mountain Dansong spring picked from 2017. So very young tea. Very nice. And thank you for watching. So I'll see you later.